Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. With much pleasure, we'd like to, this afternoon, release the final list of flags that have been selected through the flag committee and the subsequent work that was done following that initial selection and shortlisting. Just by way of background, and I would like to take you through the website that's been specifically developed for this flag process. And if this works properly, this is the new website, ladies and gentlemen, that has been developed, which gives you in the home page the brief background, the journey so far, the choosing Fiji's new flag, and the viewing of the actual flags that you will be, people will be giving their preference for. This is the first page, shows that there was something like 2,000 designs were submitted in this process. The flag committee then did the elimination. The final list through the chair that will be put out to the public are 23 designs, which will show to you those designs. The public will now be shown these flags. There will be billboards, this website. You can actually go to this website and show your preference and give your preference. And you can do that right up till the end of the 30th of June. Following which, the flags will then be in order of the preferences that have been shown, and following various consideration will be given to Cabinet for Cabinet's input. And then of course it will be shown, it will be tabled in Parliament for a motion for Parliament to actually vote on the new flag. The journey so far, and I think we need to clear this up as to what has led to this particular formulation in this process. As you know, as announced by the Honourable Prime Minister in Parliament, that the current flag that we have, and we're all very endeared to it, and we're all very fond of it, but it does carry a number of relics from the past, a number of colonial representations that obviously is no longer relevant for the new Fiji. Just by way of background, and I know a number of people are making comments in social media and in the public space, and perhaps I think some journalists are a bit misinformed about it too. In 1970, when the new flag that we have at the moment was chosen, there was only 1 month given for people to contribute their designs. And there were only 400 designs were submitted. And those 400 designs were then, at the end of the 1 month, a committee consisting of the then who became the new Prime Minister of the new independent Fiji, Ratu Sir Kamisi Samara, Ratu Edward Thakambau, Sir Vijay Singh, who at that time was Vijay Singh, not Sir, and C.A. Stinson. They were the committee. So these 4 men basically chose from the 400 designs, and they announced their decision. So obviously the process that we are going through is far more consultative and far more public consultative compared to what had happened previously. As you know, our Prime Minister announced the changing of the flag way back in 2013 in his New Year's message, in which he said that Fiji needed a new flag, given those reasons I've just stated, and said that the moves will be made to have a new flag. The elections were then held in September of 2014, in which he was giving an overwhelming majority, and of course as a result of that, his party then formed government and has an overwhelming majority in Parliament. And then of course in 2015, he announced that the opening of the competition or the submissions for the new design of a new flag. The submission period ran from 2nd of March until 1st of May, in which, as I've stated, more than 2,000 designs were submitted. Many Fijians, both in Fiji and of course overseas, submitted their designs by post, by emails, and some actually physically went and delivered it to the Ministry of Information government buildings in Suva. As you know, we had a committee that was selected, And the committee, and these are some of the designs you'll see, and that's what I've just talked about, the brief history of what led to the current flag and what is leading to the new flag. And there's people with various designs, and you can go to this website. The website address should have been on the first page, but I'll give it to you at the end of it. Now, the committee chaired by the Honorable Assistant Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Aiyaz Sayed-Khaiyum, was the chair, and we were very lucky to have the assistance of Mr. Ted Kay, an American flag expert, who came and worked with the committee in the selection of the 23 final designs. The other committee members, as you know, and let me reiterate, were Ms. Shanaz Voss, Mr. Elatia Chikuono, Ms. Shami Lochan, Ms. Lenora Geringere Tambua, Ms. Manpreet Kaur, Ms. Nika Tuvuki, the Tuiwai Nunu, Mr. Agnideo Singh, Mr. Craig Marlow, Mr. Chico Matawalu, and Mr. Dinesh Patel. All of these individual members of the committee brought different facets or represented different sections of the community in terms of their background. So, for example, you have the Honourable Minister, who is an Olympic gold medalist, the first one ever for Fiji. Ted Kay, obviously, is the flag specialist. Shanaz Voss is a senior manager of Fiji Airways and former CEO of Air Fiji and the current board member of Unitrust of Fiji and Film Fiji. Mr. Chikuono is an artist and designer, creative director of Style Magazine. Shami Lochan is a radio personality and currently radio program director at FBC. Ms. Lenora Geringere Tambua is a national public consultant and, of course, a former Miss Hibiscus. Manpreet Kaur is an academic specializing in linguistics and diasporic studies at the University of Fiji. Ms. Nika Tuvuki is a culture and heritage specialist at the Fiji Arts Council. The Tuiwai Nunu, of course, is the Tuiwai Nunu Ratu Rishi Baletavea. Mr. Agnideo Singh is the trade unionist and general secretary of the Fiji Teachers Union. Mr. Craig Marlow is a community artist. Mr. Chico Matawalu, of course, is a sporting personality, rugby player, and now coach. Mr. Dinesh Patel is a businessman and member of the Chamber of Commerce from Ba. The committee considered designs based on the ability to, those designs to represent Fiji and its people, moving into the future in particular, and following the basic principles of a good flag design, and that is simplicity, meaningful symbolism, few colors, no lettering, and a distinctiveness. That's what makes a good flag, a powerful flag. The committee, of course, has now completed its task, and we'd like to thank the members for all the input. The final selection of 23 designs is now released to the public. This website will go live immediately after this press conference, and we have various other ways of choosing or giving your preference for the new flag of Fiji. As we've said, that you can submit your preference through text messaging, email, social media, radio, phone-ins, and of course through the post. Now, before I go on to the actual, the 23, let me also give you some other information. As we've said, that we've got various texting platforms that are available. You can text your preferred flag short code to Vodafone on 323 or Digicel 170. I'd like to acknowledge the assistance of Digicel and Vodafone. When you text, it's at no cost to you. So there's absolutely no cost to you, but you can only show your preference once. Please don't think that you can show your preference 10 times, because there is also an encrypting where if it comes from the same number, it will get rejected. You can also submit your, of course, your comments, your recommendations, your preferences on the Twitter or the official New Fijian Flag, National Flag website, and of course on the government website, it's got its own Facebook. We've also got talkback shows starting next week, and we've made arrangements where you can go on the talkback shows, and also we'll have people talking about the new designs, but you can also then phone in to show your preference or give your preference. We will also have a team going out to the eastern and northern divisions, to the Lao group, Lomaiviti and Vanuatu, to gather responses from those regions, because we tend to be sometimes very Viti Levu focused. So we'll be making some trips with the team out to the outer islands to gain people's preferences also. The flags, before I get into the actual flags themselves, contain a number of symbolism that is meaningful to all Fijians and reflects Fiji's proud status as a modern and independent nation. Of course, all Fijians of all age groups are encouraged to participate and use the website. And I'd like to now talk about some of the symbolisms that's contained in the preferences that have been given. So you have the Fiji blue, as you can see, is a very strong presence, you'll see very soon, which provides the continuity, and many people are very endeared to the Fiji blue, as we call it, or the noble banner blue as mentioned in our flag. It represents peace, serenity, freedom, as well as, of course, the Pacific Ocean. And it shows solidarity with all other island nation states. Yellow represents radiance, life, sustenance, and a new beginning. It recalls the sun and the Fiji's place as the land of the first rising sun. We're on the 180-degree meridian and its tropical location. Dark blue stands for peace, prosperity, trust, dignity, and intelligence, as these are some of the choices that the committee had mentioned. The color of the deep oceans represents the depth of Fiji's culture. The red represents passion, strength, and energy of the Fijian people. The sun symbolizes a new day, hope, and Fiji moving forward. It recalls Fiji's place as the land of the first rising sun and its tropical location. It represents also health, light, life, and energy, as well as the warmth of the Fijian people. The triangle signifies Fiji moving forward together as one people. We have a triangle in one of the designs. The stars represent guidance, navigation, and direction, and they symbolize the gallantry of the Fijian people. Number 3 represents the 3 independent branches of government as a strong and vibrant democracy under our constitution, which of course consists of the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. 7 is a number that symbolizes a good omen for many Fijians. The Tangi Modia represents blessings, courage, and peace. The flower is unique to Fiji and found only on the island of Taveuni. The turtle represents the humility, strength, patience, and perseverance of the Fijian people. The Davui represents community and respect, the call of the nation to come together as one people. The Drua represents past, present, and future of all Fijians and our voyage into the future as one people, one nation. The Tapa represents the many islands of Fiji and our past, with its geometric triangular elements in the center of the flag. The coconut tree represents sustenance and the versatility of the Fijian people.